Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in my last video I showed you how to draft and cut this draped gown with a bell bottom sleeve. So in this video I'll be showing you the complete sewing process. So please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also like this video. So I am gonna to cut the lining for all the pieces including the sleeves. So now the next thing we're going to do is to stitch the lining. So starting from the front piece, I'll open it up like so, and then I'll place my lining on the right side of the front piece. So now I'm going to stitch the next side and also both sides like so. So this is how our front piece is looking after stitching the lining. I've also gone ahead to sew my dart intake, as you can see. So the next thing we want to do now is to also repeat the same process for the back piece. So I'm going to open it up now. I've gone ahead to cut the back pieces into two. So I'm going to open it up now, and then I'll place my lining on the right side of the fabric. So I'll go ahead and stitch starting from the neck area, also the zipper area and the side, and I'll also repeat the same for the second piece, and I'll also sew my dart intake. So this is how it is looking after stitching the lining and sewing the dart intake. So the next thing I want to do now is to join the shoulder area. So I'm going to place the front and back piece together, right side facing right side. So I'll go ahead to the machine now to join the shoulder, and then I'll also go ahead to stitch both sides. So this is how the upper part of our dress is looking after stitching the shoulder and the sides. So now to the skirt part of the gown, I'm going to open it up like so, and then I'll place my lining on the right side like so. If you look at the hem of the skirt, I came up by about 1.5 inches because I don't want the gown to have any hemming line. So I'll go and stitch the lining. So this is how the lower part of our gown is looking like. I've also gone ahead to sew the dart intake. So as you can see, the lower part does not have any hemming line. So you can check the description box for the link to the video of how to sew a basic pencil skirt without hemming lines. So for the back pieces now, I'm going to repeat everything I did for the front piece, also on the back piece. I'm going to stitch the lining and also sew my dart intake. So this is how our skirt is looking after sewing the lining. So now I'll go ahead and open up the front piece like so, and then I'll place the back piece on its right side facing right side. So I'll head over to the machine now to stitch down both sides. So this is how the lower part of our dress is looking after stitching down both sides. So now I'm going to open up the waist part of the skirt like so, and then I'll also take the upper bodice and open up the waist side like so too. So I'll place both waist side right side facing right side, and then I'll head over to the machine to stitch down that side. So this is how our dress is looking after joining the upper and the lower parts together. So now for the sleeve, I'm going to open it up like so, and then I'll place my lining on the right side. So I'll go over to the machine now to stitch my lining. I'm going to stitch the sides, both sides down like so, and then I'll also stitch the lower parts or the hem of the sleeve. So this is how our sleeve is looking like, and then I'm gonna to stitch down the sides also. So now I'm going to go ahead and attach it to my gown. So I'll open up the shoulder part like so, and then I will go ahead to turn my sleeves to the right side like so. So I'll place my sleeve on the shoulder of my dress, right side facing right side. So I'm using my pin to hold it down, and then I'll head over to the machine to stitch it round. So this is how our dress is looking after joining the sleeve. Our dress is giving already. So now the next thing we're going to do is to close the back opening. So I'm going to place the back right side facing right side like so, and then I'm going to measure from the waist area. So from the waist area I measured 10 inches downward. So from the hem of the skirt I'm going to come up by 6 inches, and then I'll mark. So I'll go ahead and stitch in between the marked area. So now I have stitched that area. Now I'll go ahead and attach my zipper. So now for the drape, this is the remaining fabric. So the wideness of this fabric is about 15 inches, and then the length is about 40 inches. So now watch closely and see how I'm going to drape it. There are many methods of draping, but I'm just going to use this fast and easy method. So I'm going to open up the side like so, the side of the gown, I mean the hip side. So now we're going to pleat the drape like so, and then secure it with our pin. So you're going to open up the side like so. So here I'm trying to open it up properly so I don't stitch the wrong thing, so I don't stitch what I'm not supposed to stitch underneath it. So you're going to place the pleating on it like so. You're going to place it like right side facing right side. So by the time you close it, the sewing is going to be inside. So guys, I changed my mind. I want the drape to fall on the right side, so I went ahead to stitch on the left side. So now we're going to go ahead to also pleat or gather it at that other end. So the pleating at the other end is going to be closely gathered. It's going to be pleated closely. So as I'm pleating, I'll use my pin to secure them. Please watch closely in case my explanation is not doing justice. I hope you are really getting it. As you can see, the pleating on the other side is moving upwards, is going upward, is closely pleated. So after pleating it like so, you're going to stitch down that area like so. So make sure you open up this side before stitching it down. So that's all for this tutorial.